I keep my coffee in the fridge. They say it's a good practice. My family used to keep it next to the tea in the shelves. I've been told that it's better to freeze it. What should I do with my bag of coffee, especially once it has been opened? If you haven't seen our previous video about coffee freshness, go back and watch it before beginning this chapter. We will explore how to store coffee properly. When you open a bag of coffee at home, we are interrupting the conditions of conservation designed by the manufacturers. So, once it's opened, it needs to be stored in the best possible conditions. Here are some useful tips. Use an airtight container. Glass or metal containers are perfect. Even old containers of honey, jam, or tea can be washed and reused. One of the worst enemies of coffee is oxygen. The more surface is exposed to oxygen, the more flavors are lost. This is even more true for ground coffee than it is for beans. Avoid moisture. Humid environments are bad for your coffee. Moisture leads to the growth of unwanted mold and microbial activity. Protect your coffee from light. Light isn't bad for coffee in itself, but it speeds up the oxidation process, thus speeding up the loss of all the good properties that we want. Keep it away from strong smells. Coffee absorbs the smells around it. Have you ever heard of people using coffee to get rid of unpleasant smells around the kitchen? That's because coffee powder absorbs all their odors. So try not to look at your coffee next to onions or fresh fish, or your coffee might develop a weird and unwanted taste. Where possible, maintain a stable temperature. Fluctuation in temperature aren't good for the conservation of any food, including coffee. Heat, in particular, speeds up the loss of aromatic compounds. To summarize, coffee should be kept at a stable temperature, in an airtight container, either metal or glass, away from sources of heat and light, and away from strong-smelling substances. Thank you for being part of our coffee community. Join our exclusive initiatives through our newsletter. Let's create positive change together.